Did you click on this because you thought I'm crazy? Because you thought corporations are not real? Of course corporations are real. Well, you work for a corporation, I bet. And I do, my day job. I work for a corporation. So they do exist. Well, yes, but not really. And I'm going to explain and demonstrate, I think fairly quickly and fairly easily, that corporations are not real things. So let me ask you, you work for a corporation, maybe you work in an office, maybe you work at a desk in front of the computer. Sitting in your desk is to picture yourself, look around your office and say, point at something and say, that is the corporation. You're not going to be able to do it because the corporation isn't the furniture. Can't be the furniture because the furniture gets refreshed every few years. There can't be the computers or even the computer systems because the computers and the computer systems also break down or even get refreshed and replaced every 4 or 5 years. The data changes. So it can't be any of those things because it's never going to be the same day to day. Must be the building. Well, look outside the building and go and look at that sign, and the chances are, particularly if you're in an older building, there'll be some telltale marks that there was a different sign on that building, that a different company owned that building and operated from in that building. Go downtown here in Winnipeg and you can look at what used to be called the Trizac building, and I forget what it's called now, but it's not the Trizac building because the Trizac was the company that owned it, and they're no longer there, and they no longer own it. But the company still exists in other places, and the places, the companies and the corporations that worked on the various floors in that building, and I worked in one of those buildings, are no longer there. They were there for about 5-10 years. They're no longer there, and they now have an office somewhere else in Winnipeg. So the corporation isn't the building. It's not any of the assets. Well, maybe it's the staff. Well, we've got companies, corporations that have been going on for not nigh on 100 years now. We got look at Volkswagen. That was around before the Second World War, and there's no way that the people that were alive in the Second World War working in Volkswagen in the Second World War are still working for them now. So, but it still exists. So it can't be the people, and it can't be its assets, and it's none of those tangible things. Then what is a corporation? And we can keep going. I can keep going on this one. And because anything tangible, anything real is going to change over time. And it's not going to be there. It'll be something different or someone different. A corporation, what it really is, it's something that's called a legal fiction. It is pretty much a piece of paper that says these group of people, or these that people can work as a group of people and act as an individual. That's what that means. So that a corporation and a group of people can buy and sell things as if it were a single person. Now, that idea of corporation being a person has become more and more ridiculously literal over the last few years. But corporations only exist so that groups of people can work really hard and act as one. And so what actually happens is that money of the work of the people at the bottom flows right through everybody and ends up at the top at the owners and at the people, whether it's a private owner or private owners for private ownership, or whether it's the owners of this piece of paper, effectively, maybe shareholders, that kind of thing. And that's really what it is. This whole idea of honoring the corporation, putting the corporation first, is nothing more than putting the system that makes the people at the top, the owners, rich at the expense of its employees. Now, I'm going to go a lot more into this in the days and weeks to come. And so you see, while we're saying the corporation is the most important thing, it really is nothing at all other than a way of taking the money of the working people, taking the fruits of their labors and just sending it up the tower to the people in the penthouse so they can get richer and richer. Corporations are not real. They don't really exist. They're a legal fiction to take the money of the working people and redistribute it to the people that do very little in comparison, anyway, to the people at the bottom doing the real work. So next time someone says you've got to put the company first, what they're really saying is you don't matter, do as you're told, because some rich man somewhere needs to get a little bit richer. Little green man. This is the back door to the Manitoba legislature. Now, if you hit the subscribe button now, hit the notification bell, then you won't be surprised when they try to stick something up your back door.